is your boy Conga Beast, and welcome to Verbal Vibe Mode with Lady G,
What's poppin'?
J Star,
What up?
and of course the special guest Joaquin Machine.
What's good?
Hey, how you doing, Joaquin? How you doing today?
Doing good. Chilling, hanging out. Look good to be here.
That sounds dope.
Appreciate you for pulling up.
Yeah, it's always good to kick it with you.
Thank you. Love hanging out with y'all.
So today we're going to tackle the topic of Twitchland. Very controversial what they did. Well, attempted to do, I'll say. I'm going to leave it at that. But on November 17th, Monster Cat, company that provides streamers with rights managed music that, won't get you DMCA'd and your streams muted and all the rest of that good stuff. So they tweeted out, and I'm quoting right now, Monster Cat and Twitch are teaming up to bring fast track affiliate status for hashtag Monster Cat Gold subscribers. Gold provides thousands of songs to use in your live streams, and as an affiliate, Twitch unlocks monetization tools for your channel. So now that went out on the 17th. Mind you, there was already a lot of backlash on just the general idea of people being able to pay for affiliation. But I'm going to finish their thread of tweets just so we're clear on that end, then we can get into discussion. On the 19th of November, they also tweeted out, to clarify our original post, all current gold subscribers must meet Twitch's affiliate criteria. Our goal was never to take away from the achievements that affiliates worked for in their time streaming on Twitch. Later tweeting that same day, we'll soon be announcing opportunities that benefit the entire affiliate and partner community. What y'all think?
Well, me personally, I don't understand why they thought that was a cool idea in the first place. Like to just undermine the people that actually work to get their affiliate. Like it doesn't make sense on both parties. Well, mainly on Twitch's part, like they even allow that in the first place.
Right, to let that deal even like suffice or even come to be, really, because essentially it was like an ad right now. It wasn't even live yet. It was just a post on their website that if streamers subscribe to Monster Cat Gold for $5 a month, $60 a year, they'll now gain access to not only their library of songs that they can play during their streams, blah, 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 whatever, but they also have access to Twitch affiliate status, which is Twitch's first monetization tier, allowing, streamers to get paid, subscribers and biddies and all that great stuff.
Are they? Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. Did they further explain? Because the only thing that I've seen was that you had to be subscribed for 30 days.
Yes, that was the only parameter that they released at that point of the time of the post. But as of, well, I might as well get into that. Now, this offer has ended is literally what the website says when you go visit it. And it essentially just reverts back to people just registering and subscribing to Monster Cat Gold so they can go ahead and, have music for their streams.
Yeah, they immediately saw the error of their ways. They backtracked immediately. They didn't want no parts of that because they've seen the potential backlash off of it already. Just the mistaken ad, I would say they probably would use. Like they probably say, "Oh, it was a mistake on our behalf." Like,
right?
I don't.
That's
think
exactly what they're saying.
Absolutely, and for Twitch to even essentially play the back end, because Twitch loves to basically be the forefront of everything and every program that they put out. For them to allow them to make the announcement that, oh, we're doing this partnership and not even have their back, why? Like, I don't understand the way that they put it out, that marketing, or who planned that promotion, because that's not it.
Yeah, who greenlit it? Like,
to me, that doesn't make sense. Like, if you have a company, you working together, it's co-op, but only one company goes ahead and posts that to their blog or even just on their site to feature it, backlash comes, Twitch is just in the wind. So I'm not even sure how they feel about that on their end, but because of the lack of details, I feel like that made it even less clear because, once people come up with their own assumptions and like, oh, well, Twitch never used to have affiliation back in the day. They only had partner and then they created affiliate. So you have like different classes of streamers who essentially feel a sort of way about the same issue, just access to becoming affiliate, becoming less fun and attainable and more of like, yeah, whatever. I'll pay $5 a month so I can make coin, which is how some streamers think. Not me or us personally, but you know.
Well, at first it said that Twitch will email you the affiliate program within a few business days if you have the gold membership and you've been with them with Monster Cat for 30 days. Now it's saying that Twitch reviews all submissions manually to ensure users are in good standing on the platform. What is that? What? I don't get it. I don't understand how anybody could buy into this. And I to be honest with you, I feel bad for people that do see this and do think that they're gonna use this as an opportunity to rise up, because this is literally just shooting yourself as a creator. This is ridiculous. Anybody would realize that you're shooting yourself in the foot.
It's not organic creation. Like basically you're just buying into a machine, essentially.
It's literally like getting bot followed. That's all this is. This. Oh yes, I in particular. Uh, this is literally just essentially buying a bot for yourself, but then over time you're wasting money because it doesn't explain to you. Okay, I buy the gold feature, I get 30 days, then I sign up to be affiliated with Twitch. Well, do you still need the 50 followers? Do you still need a certain amount of hours? It's not explaining any of that. Like it, I, what is happening?
Yeah, the parameters aren't clear at all. The parameters are not there. It's basically pay to play, and that's not creative at all. That doesn't breed innovation. That isn't essentially what I think people will rock with in the community as far as either coming together, trying to figure out how to become affiliated, which is, what a lot of people do, which is fine, but where's the fun in
No,
that? Let me just throw out $5 a month and it's gonna handle itself. After 30 days, I'm good. I'm gonna be affiliate anyway. But where's your audience gonna be at? Who are you gonna be gaming to? Who are you gonna be talking to?
It's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
It's best to have that live action that's taking place when it comes to streaming, because you'll actually have the interactions instead of just like being bought into this supposed case. So I think just having the live action, the interaction is just as much more like it's a lot more. It's fun. That's bottom line. It's more fun. It's real. You're not. It's not like you're buying into this contract that you want to make, that you want to affiliate with this company.
Just paying for the act of it, but the engagement is something you need to really consider before you get into any sort of streaming.
And when you stream, you develop and you evolve a little more each time, and then you build a community, and then your community builds, and then they help you interact and evolve your channels. I mean, I think that's the premise of this whole thing. It's best if it's done by like with your own work instead of just being an automation on something.
Yeah. And even if you're looking at this as a business standpoint, if you're saying to yourself, well, I mean, they're saying I can make bank off of Twitch if I become affiliated. Okay, cool. But if you're paying this company $5 a month, $60 a year, and you don't have anybody that's watching your channel before any of this, your whole business platform that you're trying to base any of this
built
off
off
of,
of fraudulent.
you're
There's
losing
no
money.
identity.
There's no identity, and you're losing
Exactly.
money. You're not coming up.
And they literally said, just to clarify your point, they did say you will make money. This is a quote from them. They little tagline that they had on the page before that they have since pulled. The Twitch affiliate program puts qualified streamers one step closer toward the dream of making a living from their passions. So not only are they selling you the, actual factual affiliate status, but they're also selling you the dream of you about to get paid out here. And it takes far more grind to just show up and feel like
Exactly.
since I'm affiliated, A and B is going to happen. Absolutely not.
Unless your name is Ninja, I don't see you living off of this anytime soon. And that I think that's the biggest fear for this. People who literally see this are gonna say, "Oh, I can definitely do this and truly live off of it." it no, you can't. You can't.
Right.
You're not gonna make money off of something that you haven't even built up. That doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
And that's the thing. All of us started Twitch for a reason. And I can probably say without even hearing everyone, we're not in this for the money. We're in this for the enjoyment, the engagement, and honestly, truly being gamers at the end of the day. When it comes down to it, we enjoy playing games.
You love playing video games.
Right. Which is just that platform to you can do it. You have that benefit and perk. But for me, everything that I do on Twitch goes right back into the community.
Immediately.
And that's facts.
Exactly.
I've actually spent more than I've
I
received.
think this is hey, it happens. It definitely happens. I just think that this is very dangerous, and they started something that now they don't understand how to get out of. And even Monster Cat, they didn't want it to. I guess, well, to shorten it, they didn't mean for it to be like a quick affiliate thing, so they can downplay everybody else who worked hard to get it. So now it's like, well, you guys already did that.
But their opening though, their opening tweet literally says Monster Cat and Twitch are teaming up to bring a fast track affiliate status for Monster Cat Gold subscribers with an exclamation point. That's exactly what they said. They said it, but the thing is, whoever wrote this communique did not do they due diligence at all. Did they do research with current affiliates and partners to see what the hell they thought about it? Did they actually reach out to people, pop up, pull up in streams, get their stories? At least get a background. I know you're not going to do full fledged research, PowerPoint presentation with a science board, but come on.
And even if they was to reach out, I don't think they went out to like the people that have smaller communities. I think they just asked people that were already partner.
Exactly. Like my thing is, of course, the DMCA is the main issue at hand here. They got popped basically by RIA as far as like music and people playing it in stream and even games having or else music content within the game and then muting people's streams where like, they'll mute a section of it if you feature a song or whatever. And, you know, sometimes deleting people's streams as well. But is that the answer to that? What does that do? Like, okay, Monster Cats will put them on a music service. Cool. We can use their songs and everything, but at the same time, let's go one step further and offer them affiliation. What does that do for the current people who you've been basically disrespecting? I'll say. I'll go as far as doing that. Why not? By deleting streams, basically banning them, marking them down for doing wrong, and all the rest of this. And it's rights management. I'm a creative, so I completely respect that. But at the same time, what is the value added for the people that's already in it?
And I found the quote. It says, "Our goal was, well, all current Gold subscribers must meet Twitch affiliate criteria. Our goal was never to take away from the achievements that affiliates worked for in their time streaming on Twitch. But you're not saying anything different. You're still promoting the same thing."
What somebody that built something like took years, months, or whatever the case have you, and you just see somebody just come through for $5 a month, whatever the case, and they're just going doing just like
That's
the most with bots. Alone as a person that's just going through, they have their 20, 50, 10, 5 viewers, just trooping it along with them. And just somebody just comes along and just buys something. It's like it demeans the person that done all that work.
And it's not easy. This streaming is not easy at all. It's not easy for someone who had started for a few months ago. It's not an easy task. It can be tedious. It's all about building connections with people and finding a good community and interacting and socializing. It's part of communication for everyone to interact uh, in one site or one app or a program that you want to call it. That's the premise of it.
So essentially, whoever wrote the article didn't write it properly, or they're just backtracking to make it seem as if, like, oh no, people still have to reach and attain the affiliate goals. Essentially, let me run through them real quick. To unlock affiliate, the achievements are you have to have 50 followers, you have to have 500 total broadcast minutes, you also have to have an average of 3 or more concurrent viewers and streaming on 7 different days. So that's just a quick breakdown of that. So they're saying that, yeah, those still have to apply. You still got to hit those achievements, but on the back end, we'll still give you access to Monster Cat Gold. That's all they needed to say in the beginning. Whoever wrote that completely misinterpreted either what the exec said and then just turned it into that fast track is still bothering me. Whoever wrote that just didn't do it properly. Because if they came out and said, as a token of our appreciation, if you've already attained these achievements that are in place by Twitch already, you also have access to our library. You know what I mean? Instead of flipping it to make it seem like it's a whole fast track Ponzi scheme out here, like that's not what? It's not clear.
And Twitch is nowhere to be found in any of this. That's the crazy part. Twitch Twitch has literally turned their back.
Yeah. Whoever wrote that original tweet, that ain't it.
Wow.
It seems like that was possibly the original idea, and then people caught on like, what? And I was like, oh, no, what? No, that's not what we were doing.
So we say all to say this. Basically, you cannot rush or omit the grind. You do need work to become an affiliate. It may seem like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's easy to attain because I got a couple people that'll pull up to my streams, get me the average that I need, and I can get 50 followers like it's nothing. But after that, do you have content? Do you play games for real?
Wanna do it?
Are you engaging? Like, there's so many factors that you have to consider. Do you have time? Like, it's a lot.
I mean, Joaquin pretty much pinpointed pinpointed what I'm sure everybody was thinking is like streaming isn't always as easy and as fun as a lot of content creators make it seem. You gotta actually want to do this. You gotta actually engage with the community. You gotta wanna have fun with it. If you can't say to yourself that this is enjoyable, or you can't say to yourself that you want to do this, or that you just got to ask yourself certain questions. And if you can't find the fun in any of this and not look at it as a dollar sign, you're not going to be able to do it. That's why this whole Monster Cat Twitch connection thing is, to me, in all honesty, straight garbage.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing that we had wanted to discuss was streamers' interactions with their viewers, and some of the things that we've seen and how we feel about it.
Well, I've seen some things about how like most streamers carry themselves. And for the most part, I like it. There's always like those people that do the most, but that's how they conduct themselves. That's how their viewers like it. So that's more or less their business. But I don't think like somebody, because some people might see somebody do some things and it discourage them or influence them to change their own perspective on how they should stream. And I don't think that you should do that to yourself. I think it's weird. Like, it put yourself in a corner. Like, because you don't you're trying to do something that someone else does and it doesn't come organic from yourself because you start to dislike what you're doing and you change too much too fast. So it's not a good thing. But it some of the interactions with the viewers, like I've seen some of like bigger streamers like disregard them or ignore them completely, or sometimes just bash them, and that's just crazy. And I think not in a good way. But some people, like most of the ones that I actually go to myself, they interact very well. I like their energy that they have with their viewers. Sometimes you can't get to all your viewers like on in the chat. Sometimes their chats move extremely fast. Then you have some that move just the right amount of speed that you can try to keep their interactions down. So if you got a fast chat, try to keep it slow for yourself if you can.
Yeah, as far as an audience perspective and as a follower, how I look at it as like a first impression of like getting to know someone. I want to get to know them and see if there's a vibe and see if I'm able to interact with other followers as well. I mean, I think it's all about first impressions. I think that's probably the most important thing in how a streamer or broadcaster carries himself. But I like it when a streamer interacts with everyone and not just those individuals who are subbed. Because as a follower or followers, you want to know, like, you want to get to know them a little bit more, and they'll likely subscribe to your page or just subscribe to your channel because they liked what you had to say, and you have a lot of things in common, and especially with everyone in the chat. So I think that's really important to me is like first impressions, and that's that's my premise of it. Is like if there's a vibe, we'll get along. Cool. We have a lot of things in common. I like to come by and hang out and visit more with the streamers and the followers. So I think of it as like it's really important as far as like a follower's perspective.
Like if somebody has a subscriber only chat, are you saying that literally just kind of throws off the entire vibe? Because I'm not gonna lie, for me, it's kind of like, yeah, I don't think I should be here right now.
You want to interact with your chat. I mean, with your viewers. I mean, they want to take the time to hang out and get and hang out and with not only the streamer but also with the broadcasters as well. I mean, they want to take the time and be involved. And I think you want to involve with your followers as well because they're taking the time to hang out and they pulled up to your channel for a reason.
I mean, for me personally, it's kind of like, well, I I guess, are you looking at it as I want to meet or I want to add people to the community, or are you looking at it like people need to, in order for you to talk to me, you're gonna have to pay me? Maybe they had a bad experience, or maybe they are doing it for the coin. So is that just like I guess, is it just something that pretty much doesn't attract you to the stream?
I think it wouldn't attract me to the stream if they were, as you said it, like looking at it as a coin perspective. I want to be involved. I want to get to know the streamer because I found something in common with them that I want to interact with them more. If they're playing a game or chatting on a topic on the same things that you have, I want to interact with them because maybe there's something that they don't know about. Maybe I want to say something about a game that they were playing, for example, or um, like be involved in that game. Like, if they're stuck on it, for example, I don't want to just be on the back burner and just, you know, be in the standing audience. I like to be involved. I want to interact. And I think that's probably the most important because again, I'm going to go back to it. And if they like what they see, I mean, they'll subscribe to my channel and, you know, I'm part of this community, and I think being left out is probably something that a follower or someone new coming in they don't want to feel. They come into these streams to be a part of something. They want to be in a group, and they don't want to be left out on in a community. I think that's what we're looking for in some perspective.
Yeah, it stops being fun after that. I understand that completely because it literally just it to anybody coming in, it just makes it seem like a numbers thing. It just makes it seem like, well, they really just want me to pay them and I've seen this on all ends, regardless if it was a major streamer, regardless if it was somebody who just got affiliated. I've seen this on every spectrum, so I can understand it's. Yeah, I'm not easy. It is kind of ridiculous because you not being able, like being interested in something that someone is doing, but then, like you said, Joaquin, not being able to
Right.
participate is like, well, I'm not gonna sit around and look dumb, I might as well go find somebody else. Hey, well, what's the point of being here if I can't even give a simple hello? At, at that point, it's like, well, this isn't for me.
Because you lost a potential viewer that would likely come to your page and they could eventually subscribe because you've interacted with the person. The premise of this is they want to be accepted somewhere and they want to be part of something. And I think we all want to be in part of something. That's why we're in Twitch. We want to find some things in common with other people.
Never know what's going on with other people or why they can't subscribe at the time. So just being able or just automatically saying appoint yourself, hey, I'm just gonna make this subscribers only. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I get it. It seems kind of messed up.
So, like, that exclusion basically breeds exclusivity within that specific community and like that streamer is what you're saying. It doesn't allow you to actually like, well, participate really. Like you can't really jump in the chat. You can't, see what's going on. You can't even watch a stream really.
Because if I subscribe to something, if I subscribe and I'm not going to partake, and I try to partake, I speak with the mods, speak with the streamer, and I'm not a part of that, then why would I be in the channel if I'm not going to be, if I went through hoops and ladders to try to, interact with them or play or be partaking in their events? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm subscribing because I'm part of this. I want to partake.
So I have a counter to that. So you did mention events. So what if they're doing a subscriber only stream specifically for, let's say, a giveaway or some kind of like tournament or something that they want to give back to those who, well, essentially at the end of the day, put money in their pockets. Do you feel that's different?
I guess it depends on like if I want to if I'm subscribing or if I subscribed.
Right. Like, say you were a follower in this instance, and
Hmm.
Streamer Blue had a freaking subscribers only event Saturday, had promo and a whole nine and everything ready and set up to go. Would you still feel like it's not fair and that followers should still be included in that event? Or do you feel like, okay, that's their value added as a subscriber?
Yeah, so like going off that, well, you got people that have things that's locked to certain to their subscribers, and even with that being said, that it's locked to specific subscribers, ones that has that loyalty with them that lasts months or years that have it with them, so that they might not want or see it as unfair as someone to just come in that has that month or two badge and try to reap the benefits of the people that actually been there for the long haul from the jump. That's people that's received that founders badge or people's that have earned those 12 6-month badges. So they'll feel like that subscription or that loyalty that they showed was for naught because any random person can come up. Of course, us as streamers, we want the new viewers, new followers, new subs, but we do like to show respect. We must show respect to those people that's been with us or showing us that loyalty. So sometimes it's weird. That's a weird thing. Like, because some people might not see it that way because they might be new to the streaming world or just in general new to the situation that that particular streamer might be going through.
Right. It's not something that's going to be taken out of context. It's just how they've been how they've done this for the amount of months or even years. They've done this for years, and that's just how they decided to base this platform on. It's just how they operate and perform their streams.
Yeah, because I've went to streams and showed up, and I've walked into the middle of some type of event or giveaway that they're having, and sure, I felt left out because I couldn't, but I understood and respect that streamer because they were focused on their loyal fan base or community that's been around, because sometimes, you got to look out for the people that's been around and supporting you, not saying to not to over I'm not telling you to overlook the new followers or anything like that, but sometimes when you're trying to chase that new follower, you forget your loyal fans or viewers or whatever you have. So you try to want to step back and look at the situation on both sides, whether you're the streamer or the viewer. Put yourself in that streamer's shoes or that viewer's shoes, so you don't look at any situation the wrong way, because streamers are people too. They might not see everything. They might not feel the same way you do, or they might do feel as strongly as you do, and they just didn't notice it. That might have slipped their mind, or they might have been too busy focused on what you're missing out on. So necessarily, can't blame everyone in any of those situations. It's just sometimes you got to take back and try to read it for what it is. Try to be respectful, because I know sometimes it's frustrating for certain people and they just want to lash out. And that's how trolls are getting started. You don't want to deal with those type of people. Some people do try to put up those walls to deter from trolls, because sometimes they get on people's nerves. So you got to think about that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree on that. In a streamer's perspective, and that's why we have mods. They go ahead and
Yeah. And with that being said, not all mods are good mods. Some people just do it for the damn green and white sword. So that's also on the streamer's behalf.
exactly.
That part falls on the streamer, because they pick and chose that mod. Maybe that mod showed improve at the beginning and just got all high and mighty and carried away with themselves. And now they're all like security at the door, blocking anybody because they can, making exclusivities and clubs within the community. It gets nasty. So sometimes you got to take it with a grain of salt, not try to mm, assume
It's a
that that person's
responsibility
a
that a
bad
mod
person.
was given the keys they were given.
Yeah, and they sometimes it goes to their head. Not everybody can, take that, I guess, badge of honor, if you will. But usually on the streamer you're watching, but sometimes they don't catch everything. I've noticed.
Right, absolutely. Like that. I mean, that's why there's more than one mod, and if a mod is behaved differently than
Yeah.
everyone else, than the other mods, then that's a conversation that's going to be made with um, that mod and the others, and even the streamer as well, on how they're performing in live streams.
Yeah, and it totally depends on the case. Like you're just using the giveaways as an example, but it could be a number of things why they're just being exclusive in that instance. Like if it's not a thing where they do that basically every time they're online, I wouldn't just automatically assume that, yeah, well, this person is like, maybe they just got events popping off all the damn time and they are, doing things for their inner community. But it could be like how we kind of touched on earlier a little bit, the trolling, just to keep that at bay and to keep the, subscribers off of that type of energy and to keep, people in the chat and like enthused and actually ready and willing to be there and just happy in general.
Yeah, it's more so like sometimes they'll catch the thing. Well, I'm trying to find the words, but you got people that just OD block, like goes in and just sometimes you got a streamer, I mean a viewer that doesn't know anything, just coming into a stream and then they're just asking questions, being inquisitive about how things are conducted in this community. And they get shunned or shot down immediately, or just given wrong bits of information, or just plain out being dissed, dismissed. And it's messed up. It happens. But then you got some communities that's open and loving, and they'll accept you in whether you're new or old. pats in the back that let you know what's going on. Like, oh, we got this going on this week, later on today, tomorrow, next week. And those are the communities you want to try to stick around to, because you got the viewers, you got the mods, and like, talking to everybody, letting everybody know what's going on, and checking if everybody's having a good time at the stream. Sometimes cueing the streamer
Right.
to do certain things they might have forgotten, to let the new people know what's going on. But like I said, not everybody deserves that badge of honor. They kind of mess it up for the streamer, make it a little messy and ugly.
Yeah, there's no reason you should just turn people away without even consulting the actual streamer, like beyond their rule set or
Mhm.
how they get down, like on a, normal basis. If you're not going to set that parameter with your mods or let them know, I typically only play games with people that have been here for 6 months, just throwing out a random number,
Right.
but just so they can echo their thoughts thoroughly and not just run off of what I think so and so thinks this. So I'm gonna just tell this person that's asking me all these questions what I want to say. That's not
Mhm.
doing the streamer
Any
any help at
justice,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually being harmful, because now that viewer feels that the streamer feels that way, and I would say it's a 60 40%. Like, it's not true, I want to say,
Completely taken out of
because
context.
because a lot of I've been to a lot of, and the streamer doesn't necessarily know what's going on. Like, what? I
No.
missed that. When did that happen? I've seen that happen, and then I've seen it happen, and they catch on real late, and then they still let it rock. You know, so it's you got to be mindful, watch out for who you're watching. But also take into consideration that that person's also a person.
And bots can still have their technicalities, but of
We gonna save
course.
that for a whole nother day. That's a whole nother
No,
day. That is an
no.
entire day
Right,
because the
exactly.
bots be wilding.
Yeah, all the bots. I didn't even
I
want to
don't
get into
mind.
that. I didn't even want to get into that. Bots are a whole nother thing.
All right, so that concludes today's episode of Verbal Vibe Mode. We covered essentially streaming, little Twitch things here and there, a little sprinkled, but giving you our perspectives on what we've been witnessed and noticed throughout the community, and generally what I would consider pretty much a hot topic that's going on right now and currently. But make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Also, visit us at www.verbalvibemode.com. That's www.verbalvibemode.com for more of your podcasting needs, because you should pull up for us. And with that, we bid you adieu.
Till next time.
Later.
And love.